Hey, people, welcome back to the Becoming series, exploring the deep truths and the principles that will enable you become everything you were created to be and do. So, by design, a couple of episodes or some episodes back, I talked about pattern, right? Or patterns or patterning. And essentially, I said, among other things, that a pattern is a recurring theme that you'd find in an overall design, right? Some things that happen repeatedly. If you look back over the course of your life, you discover that you've been seeing some recurring patterns, some recurring things that have gone on, whether it was the way you spoke or thought or your actions. There are things that were just repeated at various times. Um, but let's link this to by design. What does it mean to do something by design? It means that you're doing it deliberately or intentionally. You're intentional about doing this thing, and if you've created something, you've created it by design. Which leads me to, because some time ago we talked about creation, right? The concept of creation, and I'd said that God, as the creator, um, it is his nature to be purposeful in everything that he does. He does nothing arbitrarily. Nothing is just for the fun of it. Nothing is just for the sake of it. Everything is intentional. Everything is purposeful. No matter what it is, whatever you see in creation, right, was created for a purpose. Even if you don't know what that purpose is, doesn't mean that there isn't a purpose, right? So everything has a purpose. Now, by design, when something is created by design, it means that for it to accomplish its purpose, it must have the potential to do it. So if you're supposed to be a great singer, right? If that's your destiny, if that is your calling, it means that you'll be naturally gifted with the ability to produce a great voice, a great singing tune, right? That would attract people's attention. Yes, you will have to work at it. Yes, you'd have to develop it, but that natural gift will be there from the get go. And you would find yourself attracted to music, right? It wouldn't just be arbitrary. It wouldn't just be, okay, yeah, I think I want to sing today. Something would happen that would ensure that you are attracted to music because that is going to be your expression of being your true self. Music, right? I'm relating it to being a singer, right? So it means that we were created by design. It means that our temperaments, the way we take information, the way we're designed, our facial structures, our noses, right, our heights, our skins. Well, if you've been taking care of yourself, I'm not talking about doing stuff that are detrimental to your health. The way you're naturally made, naturally packaged, naturally designed, speaks to your purpose, right? In order for you to achieve your purpose, you must be designed in a particular way. So, for example, Dr. Martin Luther King wasn't the tallest guy in the world, wasn't the most handsome, wasn't he wasn't the lightest colored Black American, but even though he was short and stout, he had this great, big, booming voice, right, that he developed over time, and that was because of his physiology, right? Um, and the way his chords were structured, they had the ability to produce this huge sound that if another person who didn't have that sort of gift um, tried to do, they might end up hurting themselves. Have you ever noticed that if you try to copy a singer vocal whose vocals are not in alignment with yours, that you find yourself in trouble? I remember that happened to me a lot. And for example, I wanted to, whenever I heard a great singer or a great voice on the radio or on a CD or whatever it was, and I liked the song and I liked what they were doing, I tried to copy them. But I find myself in trouble because my voice, my singing voice is, it's light, and it's more suited to smooth sort of songs. So for instance, if I were going to be a professional singer, I would more or less focus on things like R&B type music, right? That would showcase my voice to its best advantage. But if I tried rock music, for instance, sometimes I tried to sing like Michael Bolton. If you remember Michael Bolton from back in the day, and I'd be straining my voice and my vocal cords will pop out, and I nearly gave myself, laryngitis from trying to copy Michael Bolton. But I wasn't designed to sing like him. His voice and his chords were designed to produce that sort of sound. I couldn't do it, even though yeah, I could try some form of rock, but to sing like Michael Bolton, nah. I just kill myself. I'd end up hurting myself. So you have to look at what your design is, because that's really a clue. Everything you're designed that is that's a natural fit is a clue to your purpose, because whatever your purpose is, you have been given the natural design to accomplish, right? So don't discount yourself. Don't discount the way you look. Don't discount the way the color of your skin. Don't discount don't discount yourself. Don't discount your physical characteristics. There's so many stories about people who didn't like how they looked and all of that, wanted to do nose jobs and all sorts of jobs on their bodies. I'm not saying don't keep yourself in physical health, in good physical health, right? But discounting that, don't don't go out of your way to change yourself just because you think that how you look like doesn't conform to the world standards of beauty. For instance, you were designed in a specific way because your purpose requires that you are designed in a particular way. An elephant has power, and he was designed to have that sort of power in his body. That is why he was designed that way, huge and big, right? An ant has a different purpose, so he doesn't need to be as huge as the elephant. He needs to be as small as he is in order to accomplish what his purpose is. So whatever your purpose is, you are designed specifically for that purpose. So everything is by design. Okay.